there are also alternative ways you can make coffee besides using a jet boil. I want to talk about a product from a company called BougeRV. And as many of you know, BougeRV is a supporter of the Semper Gumby and off-grid Gumby channels. And the other day I received a product from BougeRV, which I am so excited to show you, because if you like coffee as much as I do, or pretty much I'm a coffee snob, because I can't start my day regardless if I'm at the off-grid cabin, I'm camping, or I'm in the camper, or traveling. I need to start my day with a nice cup of coffee. So the traditional way that I usually made my coffee was right here. This is the Jet Boil Flash. It's a coffee press that uses propane, and everything's in this container. Well, you know, sometimes when you're traveling, and this is not for everybody, because I like to go up at altitude, and sometimes in the cold and the altitude, I have a problem with my propane or my multi-fuel canister. And don't get me wrong, I love brewing a fresh cup of coffee out of my jet boil. But today, we are going to be talking about a new product that was sent to me by BougeRV. And I am really excited, is this right here. This is the new BougeRV portable camping coffee maker. And it does take K-cups and it does take regular grinds. But the cool thing about this coffee maker is it's not only portable, but it uses a rechargeable battery. So let's address the powerhouse of the coffee maker. This right here is the BougeRV battery. It's an 18 volt DC 144 watt hour battery. And it sort of looks like one of those DeWalt or Makita that you find on your power tools. Well, the good thing about this is it is also USB charge compatible. So all you have to do is plug your USB in there, and then you will start getting your charge indicators on the battery. The portable coffee maker is powered by this 144 watt hour battery and can brew up to 7 cups of 8-ounce coffee on a full charge. So we're going to test that. I used this morning and made 2 cups of coffee, and I still have charge on the battery. The battery weighs 2.3 pounds, and the portable coffee maker weighs 3.6 pounds, so making it a little less than 6 pounds for this whole setup. The overall appearance is a hard, sturdy plastic shell that looks sort of like a mini K-cup. Now it is equipped with a battery, and the battery would attach back here, and it just snaps and slides right in, just like that. And then you can power on the battery to check its charge. Now it also has a to-go handle, so you can transport this from place to place. It does have a water reservoir right up here. And like I said, it's only 8 ounces of coffee. And then of course, in the front here, you have your K-cup holder. Now when using your K-cup, all you have to do is remove this portion here. This is for your ground filter, and place your K-cup just like a normal Keurig K-cup machine. But if you decide to use ground coffee like we will today, you have to make sure there, you might be able to see that right there. There's a little nipple up in there, and it slides right into this section here. That has to be lined up, or your filter will not be flush and you wouldn't be able to close the lid. And then once you got it in there, you just go ahead and secure the lid. So we're going to go ahead and remove the coffee filter, and we're going to put some coffee in here. And today we're going to be using Overlander coffee from Mr. Joe Nichols from Archie Outdoors. And we'll use 2 scoops to get this in here. Once you got your coffee in there, you go ahead and close the lid, place it in the holder, make sure it's all right, and then place it into your machine, and then close the lid. All right, once we got the coffee loaded, You go ahead and remove this little screen mesh. And we're going to add some water. Now there is a max line in there, and I believe it is, I can't see, 180 milliliters, and don't go over this filter screen. So we'll keep adding a little bit more. Okay. And then close the lid. Now the front of the machine is where you're going to place your coffee cup. Now it is pretty small. It doesn't fit a regular size like a Yeti cup or anything. So what I use is these little camp coffee cups, and it fits right in there. So we'll go ahead and set that there. And in the front here, you do have a power on button. We'll go ahead and hit that. And you will see a blue light start flashing. What I like about this coffee maker is the overall size of it. Now it's only 10.47 inches by 5.7 inches thick by 10.5 inches high. Now the water tank, like I mentioned, it's 8 ounce or 236 milliliters. And with the battery, it makes it a little bit longer because the battery is only 3.15 by 3.35 inches. And, you know, it's not a big machine. Now here is the con to this. It takes about 7 to 10 minutes for initial use when you first start it up. So it's got to heat up just like any other machine. But it's, you know, if you're not in any rush to have a cup of coffee, does a 7 to 10 minute wait negate you from having one of this? I don't think so. For me, that gives me time to take care of Hoku, give her some food, grab some stuff from my fridge to bring in here. It's like a creamer, and then prepare that way. What I like about this portable coffee maker, it sits on my dirt box shelf, Molly shelf, and it's out of the way. So I have the room on my table to prepare stuff, and I can still have this coffee out of the way while I brew it and not be you know, not spill anything, but it's portable enough where it'll sit right on this shelf. This also allows you to use electricity. If you prefer it that way, all you have to do is plug in your AC cord right there, and then I'll run that cord. I can run it to my 3000 watt pure sine inverter. So I have two options to power on this coffee machine. The blue light went from a blinking to a steady blue. It took about 7.5 minutes, and now we're brewing some fresh coffee. So let's try this coffee from Arky Outdoors. This is Guatemalan coffee, and it's a smooth, rich flavor with a chocolatey citrus, and it's a light coffee, or I should say a light body. I like my coffee bold and dark, but this is pretty darn good. Cheers. So let's address some of the cons. For me, I like having a lot of coffee in the morning, a big tumbler. So this machine does not accept a big cup. So either you have to make 2 little cups like this, 2 8-ounce cups, and then pour it into your coffee mug, which is no big deal. The other con was on initial setup, it takes between 7 and 10 minutes to heat up. And then if you decide to do another cup, it doesn't take that long. So that's, you know, that wouldn't negate me from having this machine. Now, also, when you place the battery into the coffee machine, the USB port is on the inside. So what does that mean? You cannot plug in your USB cord and charge the battery at the same time. So, you know, once you got this battery in, there's no way to use this USB port. Now, if they do make a second gen, maybe they'll put the battery port or the USB port on the outside, which would be pretty good to have so you can charge this while you're using it. Secondly, if you are using your AC cord and have this battery in, this AC cord does not charge the battery. This machine is not a charger. So all charging has to be done through the USB. Now the pros to this is it is small, it is lightweight, and I can take this with me on my camping adventures. Now, if I'm at somewhere where I don't have propane, or if I run out of propane, this would be a great alternative. Another pro, it is a multi-use coffee machine. I could put K-cups, I could put grounds, I can grind some beans, but it's a little bit more work than just using a pour-through strainer, but this gives me a second option to use while on the road. The price on this BougeRV portable coffee maker is $160. Now the good thing with BougeRV is they start dropping prices throughout the launch of items. Now I'll also put on a affiliate code where you can save some money and get one of these, but the buy once cry once effect, it probably applies to this as well, just like the Jetboil. So what are my overall impressions of the BougeRV portable coffee maker? I would give it about an 8.5 or 9, just because it suits me better. It's perfect for my camper and my off-grid cabin. Now, like I said, I'm a big coffee drinker, so I'm gonna drink the coffee that I make, regardless if it's in a Jetboil pour-through strainer or in this portable coffee maker. Like I said, it does have some pros and some cons, but for me, the pros outweigh the cons, and I'm going to enjoy this. So I'll put the link and description of this machine in the box below. Now, if you have a portable coffee maker sort of like this, or a battery-operated coffee maker, I have not seen one yet, comment on this video and let me know your thoughts and your comments on this. Or if you have one, let me know. So on our next camping trip, if you would like me to make you a nice hot cup of coffee and you want to try this BougeRV portable coffee maker, hit me up. I'll make you a cup of coffee with some great tasting Overlander coffee as well. I appreciate your positive comments, the subscribers to this channel, and I'm glad that I can bring forward and show you and preview stuff like this to help you decide whether something like this is right for you. So until the next video, this is Ben, Semper Gumby out.